So this is a funny story. This will calm down my blood pressure. Women brand a man trash. Oh, excuse me, I misread it. Woman brands men trash. All men. Well, that's great. Well, how many men are getting away with that, by the way? And this is a mainstream media story. I think it's a Mail Online. I never hear these kind of stories taken seriously by the media in regards to men bad-mouthing women. But when women badmouth men, yeah, you go, girl. You right on, baby. So she brands men trash after her Tinder match berated her for wearing a quote-unquote awful dress that was not doing her any favors. How is this news? I mean, I thought it was funny. I'm going to talk about it, but I don't understand how this is fucking news. You got people in Sri Lanka by the fucking hundreds, all Christians, getting blown up, shot, just because they're Christian by Muslims. No media attention, but this gets into the fucking media. Really? All right. So Thea Lauren Chippendale, 20, from Lincoln, is shocked by the comments. Tinder match George had Brandon. By the way, I'm going to show you this chick's pic. She's 20? I guess when you're overweight, it makes you look older, but god damn. What the fuck? She's 20 years old? I guess because this is the UK, and most UK broads look a lot older because from a very young age, they're drinking ale, they're sucking down booze, so they look 10, 15 years older than they actually are. I saw her picture. I thought she was at least 30, 35. Wait till you see this pic. So Thea Lauren Chippendale was shocked. University of London student was so upset by the messages, she shared them on Twitter. Of course she did. She's a strong, independent woman that needs lots and lots of support from other people. Total strangers, in fact. Yeah, she's so strong. Thousands responded to her. Yeah, giving her a bunch of, you go, girls, and you're stunning, and George is a moron. Of course, right? We all want to wait night for the women. I don't. But it seems like most guys and gals, oh no, you're so wonderful and beautiful. That reminded me of that movie fucking Willow, where you had the old broad that Willow had the fucking shape change, and at one point he accidentally shape changed her into a goat. Willow, you idiot! I think I've had too much caffeine. I'm getting a little fucking loopy here. So, anyway, she shared the screen grab of her conversation with this horrible regressive male to Twitter, along with a picture from her profile wearing a pink lace ASOS dress. What's an ASOS dress? I don't know what that is. I mean, it's certainly an ugly dress. Wait till you see it. But her Tinder match, George, told her, that dress is not doing you any favors. This is how bad society has gotten, by the way, that you're not allowed to criticize women. And if you criticize women, it's going to be a fucking news story on ABC, NBC, CNN, MSNBC. It's going to be every fucking where. How dare this man step out of line and criticize the women? We need to bash you motherfuckers back down and keep you in control like a game of whack-a-mole. This man's criticizing. Fucking tons of women bashing guys in the fucking head to keep them down and under control. It's not a very hard game of whack-a-mole, though, because not too many men these days are willing to criticize women. You bunch of pussies. Which is part of why we are where we are now. Anyway, over 91,000 people liked her post, and thousands responded, slamming poor old George, with many calling him ignorant and telling him to get in a bin. That's what they call a trash can in the UK. So he's trash because he criticized her dress. Oh my God. Oh, but we live in a patriarchy, right? It's not a matriarchy, no. Yeah, the Thea's Tinder match, George, may not have been impressed by the dress, but thousands of people on Twitter told her she looked stunning. Having matched on Tinder with Thea, the first message George sent her was not the polite introduction she was hoping for. Yeah, I give George 2 thumbs up, baby, for trolling this fat broad. Not gonna lie, you're a bit of a joke, but that dress in the last photo is not doing you any favors. Let's check this broad out. Okay. Okay, what is that? Where is she? What is that, a fucking hotel room? What? Is she in a hotel? Oh my God. What, is that after her last booty call hookup? I mean, you're in the UK. Why would you be needing to stay in a hotel? There aren't too many calls to stay places overnight, right? I mean, you can drive through the whole goddamn country in what, 3-4 hours? I'm in North London, or I'm in the north of the country. How long can you get down here to London? 2 hours? It's not a big country, okay? It's a little bigger than that, but not by that much. So she's in a hotel room. That's a hotel room. See the thing hanging on the door? It's probably after her last hookup. That's probably the last guy she hooked up with, taking a picture of her. Yikes. That's a hideous dress. Hideous. She looks dumpy. I agree with George. That's not a good picture. I mean, the face, she's got the good-looking face and then the fat body. You seen that? It's like that Tess Holliday is like, I'm beautiful. I'll give you this, honey. Your face is okay, but it's starting to get a little bloated, right? It's an interesting thing with women. So many of them, they can get this big, fat Michelin Man body, but they got this tiny little Beetlejuice head. Have you ever seen that? You ever seen that movie, Beetlejuice? I'm the ghost with the most, babe. He goes into the fucking waiting room in heaven, or, you know, the in-between place he was in, and he sits down, and, you know, he gets this long number that's like billions and billions, and he looks up at the serving number whatever counter, and it's just like number 3, and he looks at his little paper. It's like 3,800,000,000. He's like, oh. And then the guy sitting beside him is a fucking witch doctor, but he's got the number 4, so he takes the guy's number, and the guy sprinkles some shit on his head and shrinks his head down to the size of a peanut, but he's still got a normal-sized body. That's what these fat broads are like. Got these little tiny fucking pinheads on top of this gigantic body. It's not a good look. Ugh. George was right. Sorry, sweetheart. I have to side with George. But again, I have to ask the question, how is this news? I really don't get how this is news. Again, people are dying in Sri Lanka by the hundreds. It's going to be in the thousands soon. And just because they're Christian. But nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. Nobody on the left anyway. Meanwhile, this broad getting criticized. Big news. Ridiculous.